More than 7 years after the campfire, Paradise Elementary is gaining shape and what this means for students on the Ridge.
Plus, we look into community concerns over a new gun club's possible impact on Clear Creek.
And as the City of Chico plans to clear Lindo Channel encampments, downtown businesses share their concerns about ongoing homeless presence near City Plaza.
Covering Northern California. You're watching Action News Now. Coverage you can count on.
Construction of the new Paradise Elementary School is well underway, more than 7 years after it burned down in the campfire.
Action News Now reporter Bea Barbosa took a tour of the site today. She joins us now live from Recreation Drive where that construction is happening. Bea, construction is supposed to be completed this year, right?
Yes, Haley, construction is on track to wrap up in mid-July, just in time for teachers and staff to get ready before the school year starts in August. Paradise Elementary is one of 4 schools that were destroyed in the campfire, and it is the last campus to be rebuilt. The campus has 4 main buildings, but will not be able to build the 3 additional buildings initially planned for until after the school opens due to not having the funding. I spoke with Betsy Amos, the superintendent of the Paradise Unified School District, about the project. She says with enrollment up in Paradise Ridge Elementary at capacity, there's a real need for this new campus.
Since we have so many families coming to Paradise and rebuilding or moving back, we've had to build this because it is overflowing. So that is very exciting for us.
Amos tells me construction is nearly halfway done. Among the 4 new buildings, a transitional kindergarten and kindergarten building, where 2 TK and 2 kinder classrooms will be, complete with a smart wall. The campus will also have a STEM lab, library, and even an indoor and outdoor stage. Amos says so far more than 100 students have expressed interest in switching over to the new school starting in the fall, and that they have been notified that they're in. She tells me that this week the school district will be announcing the teachers that will be coming here. Reporting live in Paradise, Bea Barbosa, Action News Now.
All right, big news. Thank you, Bea. That project cost $31 million and was funded through several grants, but another $14 million is needed to build the remaining 3 buildings they had initially planned for.
New details about a shots fired arrest at a Circle K store on Antelope Boulevard in Red Bluff. Police say they arrested Luis Lopez Jr. this morning with help of the Tehama Interagency SWAT team. Police say it was last night, though, about 10 p.m. when Lopez, according to police, held the clerk at the store at gunpoint and demanded money. They say the clerk tried to run off and that Lopez shot at him several times, but none of the shots actually hit the clerk. They say Lopez fled before police arrived, but they eventually tracked him down at his home and arrested him this morning. Several nearby schools were placed on lockdown until the area was secure.
A fire caused bad damage to a mobile home in Thermalito, and one person was taken to the hospital with minor injuries. It started just after 10:30 this morning at a home in the Chateau Mobile Home Park on 14th Street. Fire officials say power lines fell across the building, and that shut off electricity in the area. The cause is still under investigation.
A major gun and drug bust was reported in Yuba City. Take a look at this. The Yuba Sutter Narcotic and Gang Enforcement Task Force worked with the Yuba City Police Department to recover several loaded handguns along with high-capacity magazines. They say they also found 27 grams of cocaine as well as packaging materials. Police arrested Jose Salgado, who already had violent felony convictions and 2 prior strikes.
Here's a look earlier this afternoon at the beautiful Sundial Bridge. A lot of people out and about enjoying the gorgeous weather that we're seeing this winter in the, high 60s? Pretty crazy.
And in case you're just joining us, Haley just got back from
Canada.
a beautiful home on the shores of Lake Erie. So
single-digit temperatures.
Yeah, so very different there. And Howie, you've got some very different, very non-Canada-like temperatures for us.
Yeah, Haley, we have a wind chill of 71 degrees over there in Redding, so prepare for it with maybe some sunblock and some sunshades. But here's a look at the valley right now. We're cooling down. We're still in the mid-60s, quite on the comfy side. Up in the mountains are already temperatures into the 40s in some spots, so definitely chilly. Winds not too bad. They're calm to light breezes, but this could be enough to just really allow for some areas of patchy fog, dense fog staying further to the south. Here's our visibilities right now. We could be dealing with fog on and off throughout the work week, but the thing is, after our warmer, sunnier weather over the weekend, there are storms headed our way that could bring rain and mountain snow. We'll talk all about it coming up in a few minutes.
All right, thanks, Howie.
That's some good news. All right, well, new tonight, the Chico Unified School District will roll out a new clear bag policy. It's designed to improve safety and security at highly attended school-sponsored events at the high schools. So starting this spring, you can expect the clear bag rule when attending large events at the Center for the Arts or school stadiums. You can check to see if it's required on the host school's website. You can also carry a small clutch bag, no larger than 4.5 by 8.5 inches. Medically necessary items and diaper bags will be allowed, but they will be subject to search. Both Chico and Pleasant Valley High sports boosters are selling clear bags with school logos.
Happening now, the Reading City Council is discussing keeping the Civic Auditorium open. An ad hoc committee has been working with Advance Reading, which operates that facility, to keep it going. Its closure would cost the city about $1.2 million in expenses and lost revenue. That's about the same amount it would take to keep it open. We'll have a full report tonight at 11.
And happening right now, a budget review is underway at the Reading City Council chambers. The City Council is grappling with a budget shortfall of about $5 million. City Treasurer Gregory Robinette presented an overview of the current budget as the Council continues to adjust previous revenue assumptions. That includes lower than expected tot tax, sales tax, and cannabis tax revenues. Despite those shortfalls, the council is expecting higher cannabis tax revenue this year following a tax increase on the industry approved last year.
Happening tonight in Orland, city leaders are trying to close a $500,000 budget gap by creating new revenue rather than cutting salaries or benefits. The council will consider strategies like targeted industry recruitment, hotel development marketing, and a development impact fee study. That meeting begins at 6:30.
The city of Chico will soon issue 72-hour notices to people staying in dozens of illegal homeless camps along Lindo Channel. But a large camp remains in downtown City Plaza, and Action News Now reporter Shade Pullen joins us live from downtown. Shade, you spoke with business owners as well as residents and visitors, and many of them are not happy about what's happening there.
Yes, Alan, that's right. I'm right in front of the homeless camps, as you can see right here in downtown Plaza. It's pretty dark, but there's a bunch of tents over there. And so a lot of people have said that the plaza has now become an eyesore as well as a public safety concern. Now, the city of Chico must follow the Warren versus Chico settlement, a legal agreement that requires the city to provide accurate shelter before enforcing anti-camping ordinances. On February 10th, the city will issue notices to people living along Lindo Channel, but a large homeless camp remains in the downtown plaza. The city recently asked homeless people camped near City Hall to move and referred them to a shelter. But in the last few weeks, since that cleanup, a new encampment has set up in the plaza. Residents and business owners told me that today the homeless population has grown, and they described the area as an eyesore. One tourist from the Bay Area says him and his wife visit Chico every year for their anniversary, but he says the homeless problem has made him question whether they will be returning back next year.
I was not happy. We dropped our stuff off at the Hotel Diamond. I drove around the block to go into the parking garage, and I was not happy. And I told my wife, I said, you're not going to believe it when you see this. I think it's something that needs to be dealt with. Can't just be pushed around. And
I spoke to people working at Melody Records, Pita Pit, and a few retail shops in downtown that all told me that the people camping here currently are not disrupting their business or driving customers away. But they did say that the homeless camps itself is an eyesore and that customers frequently ask about it. Many business owners say they sympathize with people experiencing homelessness, but want the city to place homeless camps somewhere other than downtown. While the city reports 33 available pallet shelters at Genesis, the pallet shelter, I've been covering this issue for years now, and many homeless people tell me that they avoid shelters because of safety concerns and shelter issues. Now, I reached out via phone, email, and I even went in person to speak with the city manager, the public works director, and the public information officer on what they can do for the homeless encampments in the plaza, specifically for the ones that are refusing shelter. I'm still working to get a response on that, and we'll keep you updated once we know more. Reporting live in downtown Chico, Sade Pullen, Action News Now.
Thank you, Sade. The city of Chico also reports that there are 18 available beds at the Torres Community Shelter, which you do not need a referral for. People can just show up and ask for help, but there are rules to follow.
New at 6, the Shasta Historical Society is returning to its permanent downtown Reading location, now fully renovated and ready for you to check out. A soft reopening event is planned for February 6th during First Fridays from 5 to 8 at the permanent market. The Society's first exhibit of the year. The historic building originally opened in 1902 as Reading's first standalone post office. It's been restored and updated following flood damage in 2023. Well, work in northern Glenn County will close 2 bridges this week. Today and tomorrow, work's happening at the bridge over the canal on County Road 24. That's just east of Highway 45. Tomorrow and Thursday, the bridge over the canal on County Road 29 west of Highway 45 will be closed. The closures will start at 7 a.m. on day 1 and stay in place until 5 p.m. on day 2 of the work.
The government shutdown is over. President Trump signed today's spending package passed by the House. So what this means for the future funding of Homeland Security, that's next.
Plus, concerns rise as a new gun club's construction threatens a local creek.